I'm your RA, Doug. But you can call me the Dougler, just like my dad does.
Welcome to the final part of my PlayStation 2 collection. We have reached the end of my PlayStation 2 games. Although I do have some loose games that I'll probably show in a random game collection video. But until then, here are all the final PS2 games I have. But before we show the ones in the cases, I'll show these ones I found. Backyard Football 09. These are loose discs that I got at GameStop years ago. Backyard Football's alright, and it even has my original copy of Dragon Rage in there before I got the version with the case. And the other game I have that's loose is Legend of the Dragon, which is a great fighting game, very underrated game. It's like one game that like no one talks about, but I enjoy it. And I had a video PS2 game of Yu Yu Hakusho, although I have no clue where that went. But I'll get that eventually if I can't, you know, the version with the case, because that was actually a good game. But yeah, Legend of the Dragon, great game. Anyway, now let's move on to the cases. Games with the cases. Lego Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. This is basically Lego Indiana Jones. It's like the first 3 movies in Lego form. It's really good. It's not my favorite Lego Indiana Jones game. My favorite is probably the sequel, which adds the 4th movie in there. And I have that for the Wii. I'll show that eventually. No manual, but there's the disc. Me and my brother had so much fun playing this game. I rebought it years later after I gave my original copy to a friend. But yeah, definitely pick this up if you like the Lego games. Speaking of Lego Batman, the video game. I love this game. It's probably one of my top 5 favorite Lego games ever. Maybe top 10, I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of content on this game. I've never played any of the other Lego Batman games, but I heard those are pretty good. Those are on the PS3, I believe. Yeah. There's the manual and there's the disc. I like it. It's a lot of fun. I know the second one like had talking, which I'm not really used to the Lego like characters talking. I was always used to them like making grunts and stuff, because that's how I always liked it. You know, that's how I always heard it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll give those games a go. We'll see. Thrillville. I got this game for Christmas of '06. Think of the Sims theme park game from like the 90s, just extremely updated and more interaction with the crowd. Like, yeah, see, you can actually interact. It's a good game. You get to make your own roller coasters and you get to manage a theme park. It's good. And I even played the sequel, you know, Thrillville Off the Rails, which was also really good. I remember seeing the commercials for these years ago on Cartoon Network. I think on Nickelodeon. There's the disc and the manual. I think there's even something. Yeah, there's like a little insert, which I don't remember having on my original copy, but it's there. Yeah, Thrillville, definitely recommended. It takes time because it's a theme park simulator, but once you get the hang of it, it's great, and the minigames are super fun. The original Red Faction. I know I showed the sequel on the GameCube. Here's the first one. that came out a year or two before, yeah. Very fun shooter. Made by THQ. I haven't beaten it yet, but I'll eventually get around to doing that. There's the manual and there's the disc, which for some reason my copy is the disc copy is the greatest hits version, but the regular case is the normal version. I don't know. I've gotten discs in the past that are like that. No big deal. The Warriors, based on the 1970s movie of the same name. Apparently this game's really hard to find. I paid like $30 for this. But I know it was made by Rockstar and it's a beat 'em up, you know. You get to choose your gang, you know. It's pretty decent. I've never seen the Warriors movie, but I know a lot of, from what I've been told, a lot of the cast from the movie return in this game. There's the disc. I think there's... Oh wow, that's actually a huge booklet. Yeah, Griffin San Andreas. Maybe I'll do a gameplay of this one day. But yeah, if you could find it for cheap, get it. Great game. Spongebob Squarepantis Atlantis. Spongebob Atlantis Squarepantis. This is the Atlantis. Basically, if you want to play the Atlantis Squarepantis episode in game form, then this is for you. Got all kinds of mini games. And the better you do at them, like the more you unlock stuff. It's pretty addicting, I have to say. I haven't played it in so many years though, and I'd have to replay it to remember it, but from what I remember, it was really good. There's the manual and there's the disc. It's definitely not like the other SpongeBob games, that's for sure. Advertisement for a bunch of other stuff. ...2007, man. Good times. Devil May Cry 3. Dante's Awakening. Special Edition. This is basically the prequel to Devil May Cry. Shows the origins of the Dante character. It's good. I haven't beaten it yet. It's super hard. And some upgrades and stuff. And there's the manual. I gotta get the other Devil May Cry games on the PS2. I played the first one at a buddy's house, but I remember the camera really pissing me off. But I'll give it slack. It was one of the first early PS2 games. But yeah, this is good. Haven't played this one yet. Rise of the Kasai. I know it's a sequel to the Mark of Cree, yeah, or whatever the first game was called. But yeah, I remember seeing this cover as a kid in Blockbuster. I remember really wanting to play it, and now I found a copy at a mom and pop game store, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. But yeah, I'll let you know when I play it. It's definitely it definitely looks cool. I mean, you got a guy with a big sword, you know, and a cute little girl, cute chick right there. Simpsons Skateboarding. I showed this in an update not that long ago. You either love this game or you hate it. I know people consider this one of the worst video games of all time. It's okay-ish. The controls are extremely clunky, which is weird because, you know, Fox Interactive and EA made Road Rage, and that didn't have any clunky controls, but this is probably rushed. But it's not bad, it's just you gotta get used to the controls. Yeah. And I don't have Simpsons Wrestling, but I heard that one's also considered one of the worst games ever. Or so. But yeah, if you like Tony Hawk, it doesn't really control like Tony Hawk. I kinda wish EA would allow Neversoft to give them like more time and, you know, the engine possibly, like they did with Disney Extreme Skate Adventure. But this is okay, I guess. Yeah. Destroy all humans. Do I really need to say anything about this game? It's a classic. The invasion is here. You get to play as alien. You get to mind control people, and you get to fly on a UFO, and you get to destroy people. I remember playing the second game when I had a demo I got from GameStop. I remember I didn't even like do any of the missions. I just roamed around just doing whatever I wanted. Fun times. Yeah, there's the disc and there's the manual. Haven't played the remake, but my friend says it's really good. Maybe I will one day. Mace, Griffin, Bounty Hunter. Super badass game. You play as this guy who's commander, and you get to kill aliens and fly spaceships. It's awesome. I mean, you have Henry Rollins voicing Mace Griffin. I mean, come on. Henry Rollins, the most badass voice. Like, people say, like, Morgan Freeman's, like, has the most badass voice. But Henry Rollins has him beat by a hair, if you ask me. Here's the manual, and there's the disc. I recommend it. Good fun. Area 51. I got this game at a yard sale for $1. Just a, you know, a shooter. You know, get to play as alien, you know, kill aliens and zombies. Feels like the best FPS get on the PS2 is PlayStation Magazine. It's definitely one of the better ones, I'll say that. Featuring the voices of David Duchovny, Powers Booth, and Marilyn Manson. Yeah, Marilyn Manson voices an alien in this. One of his only acting roles. There's the manual and there's the disc. It's good. I think there's a sequel, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts. Me and my brother played this because we couldn't play the original World at War because it was rated M for mature. But this was really a really good substitute. And we had a lot of fun with this one. There's the disc and the manual. It's very odd, but it's very interesting. It's made by Rebellion. But yeah, if you want to see it play an alternate version of World at War, check this out. It's great. Rygar, Legendary Adventure, based on the 80s video game of the same name. I love this game. It's a good platformer, adventure beat 'em up. I mean, what more could you want, you know? I remember my friend Forever Retro 82, you know, mentioned that he really liked this game. And it's a great game. It really is. Tecmo. Oh, that's cool. It has a lenticular cover. Let me see if I can put the light. That's awesome. My copy's like basically in near mint condition for being bought at a garage sale. It's kind of unheard. I mean, you know, I've gotten good deals at yard sales for things, so I guess it's not that impressive, but it's still cool. There's the disc. Burnout 3 Takedown. Great Burnout game. It's probably my second favorite of the 3 Burnouts I've played, but still good. I bought this at a video store that was closing down. No manual, but there's the disc. Has a great soundtrack too. Pick it up. Fight Club. I just did a gameplay of this one. My friend Fugitive Red Eye said that this is one, because he considered this one of the worst fighting games of all time. It's not bad, but it's definitely not one of the worst in my opinion. It is repetitive and you need to block a lot, because the opponent are usually block whores, but for what it is, it's pretty decent. It's kind of its own thing that's not based on the movie, but I know a lot of people from the movie reprise a role in this, so that's interesting. And I did a gameplay where I play as Fred Durst, so that was really cool. Excellent game. And the last game, are you ready to rumble? Yeah. Anyway, it's Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. No, Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. One of the games that was made for the Activision 02 lineup. It's pretty okay. It's got a good soundtrack, and it's kind of hard to turn your snowboarder, but it's alright. I printed this cover because I didn't have the original case, but yeah, it's a great game. Especially if you're bored, I have to say that. Here's the disc. Yeah, if you can find it for cheap, pick it up. Anyway, that's my PlayStation 2 collection. Thanks all y'all for watching, and glad you all likes these videos, you know, really appreciate it. See you in my next gameplay video collection series, in my next collection series where I show my PlayStation 3 collection.